tiny tent. Let's see if all this up with. We come here to listen to a crazy guy. Here. See if I can, maybe we're good to go still. Maybe we're good to go still. One second. Yeah, I ain't getting a Wi-Fi right now, so I gotta hotspot this tablet and I can read this book finally. Alright. I think maybe I got this working almost. There we go. Then I start to read loud. Wasn't sure whether to what the heck? Whether to reread the first 3 chapters. So I was like kind of tired too when I finally went to go read this. I don't remember what the first 2 chapters were, a bunch of names and genealogy stuff. So I'm just going to check here. I want to reread those or continue on. Chapter 2. This looks like stuff I might actually want to read. Okay. Previous Esdras, chapter 1. Alright, I had to piss around getting that hotspot situated. I'm gonna get baked before reading a bit. So Take your self-righteousness and shove it and go read Isaiah 65 and 66. Yeah, I think the first chapter has a little bit of names and stuff to go through, and then let's get on track and get past the third chapter here. I think that's what I had read too. The second book of the prophet Esdras, the son of Sarias, the son of Azarias, the son of Helkias, the son of Sadanias, the son of Sadok, the son of Achitob, the son of Achiaz, the son of Phinehas, the son of Heli, the son of Amaras, the son of Isaiah, son of Meremoth, the son of, and he spake unto the of Berith, the son of Ebsiah, the son of Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, of the tribe of Levi, which was captive in the land of the Medes in the region of Artaxerxes, king of the Persians. And the word of Yah came unto me, saying, Go thy way, and show my people their sinful deeds, and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children, because of the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me, and have offered unto strange gods. Am not I even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath, and despised my counsels. Pull thou off then the hair of thy head, and cast all evil upon them, for they have not been obedient unto my law, but it is a rebellious people. How long shall I forbear them, into whom I have done so much good? Many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. All the nations have I destroyed before them. And in the east I have scattered the people of 2 provinces, even Tyrus and Sidon, and have slain all their enemies. Speak thou therefore unto them, saying, Thus saith Yah, I led you through the sea, and in the beginning gave you a large and safe passage. I gave you Moses for a leader, and Aaron for a priest. I gave you light in a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you. Yet have ye forgotten me, saith Yah. Thus saith the Almighty, the quails were as a token to you. I gave you tents for your safeguard. Nevertheless ye murmured there, and triumph not in my name, for the destruction of your enemies. But ever to this day do ye yet murmur. Where are the benefits that I have done for you? When ye were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did ye not cry unto me, saying, Why hast thou brought us into this wilderness to kill us? It had been better for us to have served the Egyptians than to die in this wilderness. Then I had pity upon your mornings, and gave you manna to eat, so ye did eat angel's bread. When you were thirsty, did I not cleave the rock, and waters flowed out to your fill? For the heat I covered you with the leaves of the trees. I divided among you a fruitful land. I cast out the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Philistines before you. What shall I yet do more for you, saith Yah? Thus saith the Almighty, when you were in the wilderness, in the river of the Amorites, being athirst and blaspheming my name, I gave you not fire for your blasphemies, but cast a tree in the water, and made the river sweet. What shall I do unto thee, O Jacob? Thou, Judah, wouldest not obey me. I will turn me to other nations, and unto those will I give my name, that they may keep my statutes. Saying, ye have forsaken me, I will forsake you also. When ye desire me to be gracious unto you, I shall have no mercy upon you. Whensoever ye shall call upon me, I will not hear you, for you have defiled your hands with blood, and your feet are swift to commit manslaughter. Read Lamentations 2 and 3 in the main canon pertaining to hands stained with blood. Ye have not, as it were, forsaken me, but your own selves, saith Yah. Thus saith the Almighty, have I not prayed you as a father his sons, as a mother her daughters, and as a nurse her young babes? Then you would be my people, and I should be your God, that you would be my children, I should be your father. I gathered you together as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings. But now what shall I do unto you? I will cast you out from my face. When you offer unto me, I will turn my face from you. For your solemn feast days, your new moons, and your circumcisions have I forsaken. To you feasters, going back to the letter of the law, to sacrificial law, when Yeshua freed us from sacrificial law, and you're going fast asleep on the lunar Sabbath. Lunatics, waves tossed in the sea, falling into the fire, falling into the water. All right. So we are in verse 32 of chapter 1. I sent you my servants, the prophets, whom ye have taken and slain, and torn their bodies in pieces, whose blood I will require of your hands, saith Yah. Thus saith the Almighty, your house is desolate. I will cast you out as the wind doeth stubble, and your children shall not be fruitful, for they have despised my commandment, and have done the thing that is evil, an evil before me. Your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which have not heard of me, yet shall believe me, to whom I have showed no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them. They have seen no prophets, yet shall they call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say. And now, brother, behold what glory, and see the people that come from the east, unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Oseas, Amos, and Micah, Joel, Abdias, and Jonas, Nahum, and Habakkuk, Sophinas, Agus, Zechariah, Malachi, which is called also an angel of Yah. Hope that's the volume's good right now with all the rain and that. I already read these first 3 chapters on here, so I ain't too worried about the volume until maybe the 4th one. Thus saith Yah, I brought this people out of bondage, and I gave them my commandments, by men servants the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despised my counsels. The mother that bare them saith unto them, Go your way, ye children, for I am a widow and forsaken. That was cool in chapter 1. It's like a rebuke right to the feasters right there, right in chapter 1 of 2nd Esdras. And a lot of the people in the Torah movements are big about 2nd Esdras. It's like they don't even read chapter 1. I brought you up with gladness, but with sorrow and heaviness have I lost you. For ye have sinned before Yah your Creator, and done that thing that is evil before him. But what shall I now do unto you? I am a widow and forsaken. Go your way, O my children, ask mercy of the Lord. As for me, O Father, I call upon thee for a witness over the mother of these children, which would not keep my covenant, that thou bring them to confusion, and their mother to a spoil, and there may be no offspring of them. Let them be scattered abroad among the heathen. Let their names be put out of the earth, for they have despised my covenant. Woe be unto thee, Asher, that hidest the unrighteousness in thee. O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah, whose land lieth in clods of pitches and heaps of ashes. Even so also will I do unto them that hear me not, saith the Almighty Yah. Thus saith the Lord unto Esdras, Tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I had prepared for them. They shall have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet savor. They shall neither labor nor be weary. Go, and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. Take heaven and earth to witness, for I have broken the evil in pieces, and created the good, for I live, saith Yah. Mother, embrace thy children, and bring them up with gladness. Make their feet as fast as a pillar, for I have chosen thee, saith Yah. And those that be dead will I raise up again from their places, and bring them out of the graves, for I have known my name in Israel. Fear not, thou mother of the children, for I have chosen thee, saith Yah. For thy help will I send my servants Esau and Jeremiah. after whose counsel I have sanctified and prepared for thee 12 trees laden with diverse fruits, and as many fountains flowing with milk and honey, and 7 mighty mountains whereupon there grow roses and lilies, whereby I will fill thy children with joy. Do right to the widow, judge for the fatherless, give to the poor, defend the orphan, clothe the naked, heal the broken and the weak, laugh not at lame man to scorn, defend the maimed, and let the blind man come into the sight of my clearness. Keep the old and young within my walls. Wheresoever thou findest the dead, take them and bury them, and I will give thee the first place in my resurrection. Abide still, O my people, and take thy rest, for thy quietness still come. Nourish thy children, O thou, O good nurse, establish their feet. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will acquire them from among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. Beatitudes. Many who are laughing and scorning now are going to cry and be mortified later. And I don't want that for y'all, and that's where y'all are going, though. Persistent in your pride, doubling down. Verse 28, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith Yah. Praise Yah. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. Be joyful, O thou mother, with thy children, for I will deliver thee, saith Yah. Remember thy children that sleep, for I shall bring them out of the sides of the earth and show mercy unto them, for I am merciful, saith Yah Almighty. Embrace thy children until I come and show mercy unto them, for my wells run over, and my grace shall not fail. I, Esdras, received the charge of Yah upon the Mount Orb, that I should go unto Israel. But when I came unto them, they set me at naught, and despised the commandment of Yah. And therefore I say unto you, O ye heathen that hear and understand, look for your shepherd, he will give you everlasting rest, for he is nigh at hand, that shall come in the end of the world. Be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore. Flee the shadow of this world, receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly. I receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that hath led you to the heavenly kingdom. Arise up and stand, behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world, and have received glorious garments of Yah. Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of Yah. The number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of Yah, that thy people which have been called from the beginning may be hallowed. I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised Yah with songs. In the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yah. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of Yah, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly in the name of Yah. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way, and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of Yah your Creator thou hast seen. 2nd Esdras chapter 3. Oh crap. Hold on, I kind of lost my place here for a sec. Okay, that's the end. Oh shit. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Oh. Hold on. I'm taking a snack break. I don't know if there's anybody other than like some lurkers or bots or whatever in here either. Anyways. Bastards. Oh. Shit. Read it, second Esdras here. Alright. I think I just did read chapter 3. Oh, maybe not. No, we're gonna remember modern day Babylon is the United States of America. Read Jeremiah 51, Isaiah 13. Alright, chapter 3. In the 13th year after the ruin of the city, I was in Babylon and lay troubled upon my bed. And my thoughts came up over my heart, and I saw desolation of Zion and the wealth of them that dwelt at Babylon. And my spirit was sore moved, so that I began to speak words full of fear to the Most High, and said, O Yah, who bearest rule, thou spakest at the beginning when thou didst plant the earth, and that thyself alone, and commandest the people, and gavest a body unto Adam without soul, which was the workmanship of thine hands, and didst breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made living before thee. And thou leadest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted before ever the earth came forward. And unto him thou gavest commandment to love thy way, which he transgressed, and immediately thou appointest death in him, and in his generations, of whom came nations, tribes, peoples, and kindreds out of number. And every people walked after their own will, and did wonderful things before thee, and despised thy commandments. And again in process of time thou broughtest the flood upon those that dwelt in the world, and destroyed them. And it came to pass in every one of them, that as death was to Adam, so was the flood to these. Nevertheless one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. And it happened that when they dwelt upon the earth, they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply and had gotten them many children, and were a great people. They began again to be more ungodly than the first. Now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham, Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showedest thy will, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau, and so Jacob became a great multitude. And it came to pass that when thou leadest his seed out of Egypt, thou broughtest them up to Mount Sinai. And bowing the heavens, thou didst set fast the earth, movest the whole world, and madest the depths to tremble, and troublest the men of that age. And thy glory went through 4 gates of fire, and of earthquake, and of wind, and of cold, that thou mightest give the law unto the seed of Jacob, and diligence unto the generation of Israel. And yet tookest thou not away from them a wicked heart, that thy law might bring forth fruit in them. The first Adam, bearing a wicked heart, transgressed and was overcome, and so be all they that are born of him. Thus infirmity was made permanent, and the law also in the heart of the people, that the people with malignity of the root, so that the good departed away, and the evil abode still. So the times passed away, and the years were brought to an end. Then didst thou raise thee up a servant called David, whom thou commandest to build a city unto thy name, and to offer incense and oblations unto thee therein. When this was done many years, then they that inhabited the city forsook thee, and all things did even as Adam and all his generations had done, for they also had a wicked heart. And so thou gavest thy city over into the hands of thine enemies, and their deeds than any better that inhabit Babylon, that they should therefore have dominion over Zion. For when I came thither and had seen impieties without number, then my soul saw many evildoers in this 13th year, so that my heart failed me. For I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, and hast spared wicked doers, and hast destroyed thy people, and preserved thine enemies, and hast not signified it. I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion? Or is there any other people that knoweth thee besides Israel? Or what generation hath so believed thy covenants as Jacob? And yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor hath no fruit. For I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth, and think not upon thy commandments. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and theirs also, that dwell in the world. And so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. Or when was it that they which dwelt upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. Oh. Oh, I love reading the 10. Oh. Oh. We're on chapter 4. I'm excited. I don't think anybody else here is excited to go through Esdras. Not at the moment. I am, though. Crazy. And the angel that was sent unto me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer, and said, Thy heart hath gone too far in this world, and thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High? And said I, Yea, my Lord. And he answered me and said, I am sent to shew thee 3 ways, and to set forth 3 similitudes before thee. Where if thou canst declare me one, I'll show thee also the way that thou desirest to see, and I shall show thee from whence the wicked heart cometh. And I said, Tell on, my Lord. Then said he unto me, Go thy way, weigh me the weight of the fire, or measure me the blast of the wind, or call me again the day that is past. Then answered I and said, What man is able to do that, that thou shouldest ask such things of me? And he said unto me, If thou shouldest ask thee how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, or how many springs are above the firmament, or which of the goings, which are the outgoings of paradise? Peradventure thou wouldest say unto me, I never went down into the deep, nor yet as yet into hell, neither did I ever climb up into heaven. Nevertheless, now have I asked thee, but only of the fire and wind, and of the day where thou hast passed, and of things from which thou canst not be separated, and yet canst thou give me no answer of me. He said moreover unto me, Thine own things and such as are grown up with thee canst thou not know. How should thy vessel then be able to comprehend the way of the highest, and the world being now outwardly corrupted, to understand the corruption that is evident in my sight? Then said I unto him, It is better that we were not at all. Then we should live still in wickedness, and to suffer, and not know wherefore. He answered me and said, I went into a forest unto a plain, and the trees took counsel, and said, Come, let us go and make war against the sea, that it may depart away before us, and that we may make us more woods. The floods of the sea also in like manner took counsel, and said, Come, let us go up and subdue the woods of the plain, and there also we may make us another country. The thought of the wood was vain, the fire came and consumed it. The thought of the floods of the sea came likewise to naught, for the sand stood up and stopped them. If thou wert to judge now betwixt these two, whom wouldst thou begin to justify, or whom wouldst thou condemn? I answered and said, Very early it is foolish thought that they both have devised, for the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea also hath his place to bear his floods. Then answered he me and said, Thou hast given a right judgment, but why judgest thou not thyself also? For like as the ground is given unto the wood, and the sea to his floods, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth, and he that dwelleth above the heavens may only understand the things that are above the height of the heavens. Then answered I and said, I beseech thee, O yeah, let me have understanding. For it was not my mind to be curious of the high things, but of such as pass by us daily, namely, wherefore Israel is given up as a reproach to the heathen, and for what cause the people whom thou hast loved is given over unto ungodly nations, and why the law of our forefathers is brought to naught, and the written covenants come to none effect. All right. And we pass away out of the world as grasshoppers, and our life is astonishment and fear, and we are not worthy to obtain mercy. What will he then do unto his name whereby we are called? And of these things have I asked. Then answered he me, and said, The more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as confirming the things thereof thou asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then it cannot come, and that is sown with good. For the grain of evil seed hath been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up by his time, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of threshing come? Ponder now by thyself how great of wickedness the grain of evil seed hath brought forth. And when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill? Then I answered and said, how and when shall these things come to pass? Wherefore are our years few and evil? And he answered me, saying, do not thou hasten above the Most Highest, for thy haste is in vain to be above him, for thou hast much exceeded. Did not thy souls also of righteousness ask questions of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion? When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? I think I'm actually gonna lay down and read this late. All right. Oh. Somebody let me know if you can hear some shit. Alright. Alright. And unto these things Uriel the archangel gave them answer and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he hath weighed the world in the balance. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he measured the times. He doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. Then answered I and said, O yeah, the barest rule, even we are full of impiety. And for our sakes, peradventure, it is the floors of righteousness are not filled, because of the sins of them that dwell upon the earth. So he answered me and said, go thy way to a woman with child, and ask of her, when she hath fulfilled her 9 months, if her womb may keep the birth any longer within her. Then said I, no, Lord, that can she not. And he said unto me, in the grave the chambers of souls are like the womb of women. For like as woman that travaileth maketh haste to escape the necessity of travail, even so do these places haste to deliver those things that are committed unto them. From the beginning, look what thou desirest to see, it shall be shewed thee. Then answered I and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, and if it be possible, and if I be meet therefore, show me then whether there be more to come than is past, or more than is to come. What is past I know, but what is for to come I know not. And he said unto me, stand upon the right side, and I shall expand the similitude unto thee. So I stood and saw, and behold, an hot burning oven passed by before me. And it happened that when the flame was gone by, I looked, and behold, the smoke remained still. And this there passed by before me a watery cloud, and sent down much rain with a storm. And when the stormy rain was past, the drops remained still. Then said he unto me, consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drops, and as the fire is greater than the smoke. But the drops and the smoke remain behind, so the quantity which is past did more exceed. Then I prayed and said, may I live, thinkest thou, until that time, or what shall happen in those days? He answered me and said, as for the tokens whereof thou asked me, I may tell thee of them in part, but as touching thy life I am not sent to show thee, for I do not know it. Okay, we're on chapter 5. Oh, it's all wet down here. Tent is leaking a little bit. I'll rotate this for. All right. Oh. No shit. Okay, good, I got it. You trolls and bots ready to continue? Or whoever's there. Hey, family, blessing, love, and peace if you're anybody engaging in the harvest, according to scripture. We're on 2nd Esdras chapter 5. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root shalt thou see wasted suddenly. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day. Wow, that sounds trippy. And blood shall drop out of wood, and the stone shall give his voice. Whoa. And the people shall be troubled. And even he shall rule whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth, and the fowls shall take their flight away together. Man, this is trippy. And the Sodomitish sea shall cast out fish, and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice thereof. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall often be sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, and salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding shall withdraw itself into a secret chamber, and shall be sought of many, and yet shall not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon earth. One land also shall ask another, and say, Is unrighteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say, No. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their way shall not prosper. To show thee such tokens I have leave, and if thou wilt pray again, weep as now, and fast even days, thou shalt hear yet greater things. Then I awaked, and an extreme fearfulness went through all my body, and my mind was troubled, so that it fainted. So the angel was come to talk with me, held me, comforted me, and set me upon my feet. And in the second night it came to pass that Salthiel, the captain of the people, came unto me, saying, Where hast thou been, and why is thy countenance so heavy? Knowest thou not that Israel is committed unto thee in the land of their captivity? Up then and eat bread, and forsake us not, as the shepherd that leaveth his flock in the hands of cruel wolves. Then said I unto him, Go thy ways from me, and come not nigh me. And he heard what I said, and went from me. And I fasted 7 days, mourning and weeping, like as Uriel the angel commanded me. And after 7 days, so it was that the thoughts of my heart were very grievous unto me again, that my soul recovered the spirit of understanding, and I began to talk with the Most High again, and said, O yeah, the bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof. Thou hast chosen thee one only vine, and of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof one lily, and of all the depths of the sea thou hast filled thee one river, and of all builded cities thou hast followed Zion unto thyself. And of all the fowls that are created thou hast named me one dove, and of all the cattle that are made thou hast provided thee one sheep, and among all the multitudes of the people thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto the people whom thou lovest thou gavest a law that is approved of all. And now, yeah, why hast thou given this one people over unto many, and upon the one root hast thou prepared others, and why hast thou scattered thou only one people among many? And they wish to gainsay thy promises, and believe not thy covenants have trodden them down. And if thou didst so much hate thy people, yet shouldst thou punish them with thine own hands. Now when I had spoken these words, the angel that came to me that night afore was sent unto me, and said unto me, Hear me, and I will instruct thee. Hearken to the thing that I say, and I shall tell thee no more. And I said, Speak on, my Lord. Then said he unto me, Thou art so troubled in mind for Israel's sake. Lovest thou the people better than he that made them? And I said, No, Lord, but a very grief have I spoken, for my reins pain me. Every hour while I labored to comprehend the way of the Most High, and to seek out part of his judgment. And he said unto me, Thou canst not. And I said, Wherefore, Lord? Whereunto was I born then? Or why was not my mother's womb then my grave, that I might not have seen the travail of Jacob, and the wearisome toil of the stock of Israel? And he said unto me, Number the things that are not yet come. Gather me together the dross that are scattered abroad. Make me the flowers green again that are withered. Open me the places that are closed, and bring me forth the winds that in them are shut up. Show me the image of a voice, and then I will declare to thee the thing that thou laborest to know. And I said, O Lord, that bearest rule, who may know these things, but he that hath not his dwelling with men. As for me, I am unwise. How may I then speak of these things whereof thou hast asked me? Then said he unto me, Like as thou canst do none of these things that I have spoken of, even so canst thou not find out my judgment, or in the end the love that I promised unto my people. And I said, Behold, O yeah, yet art thou nigh unto them that be reserved till the end. And what shall they do that have been before me, or we that be now, or they that shall come after us? And he said unto me, I will liken judgment unto a ring, like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first. So I answered and said, Couldst thou not make those that have been made and be now, and that are for to come at once, that thou mightst show thy judgment the sooner? Then answered he me, and said, The creature may not haste above the Maker, neither may the world hold them at once that shall be created therein. And I said, As thou hast said unto thy servant, that thou which givest life to all, hast given life at once to the creature that thou hast created, and the creature bare it, even so it might now also bear them that now be present at once. And he said unto me, Ask the womb of a woman, and say unto her, If thou bringest forth children, why dost thou it not together, but one after another? Pray her therefore to bring forth 10 children at once. And I said, She cannot, but must do it by distance of time. And then said he unto me, Even so have I given the womb of the earth to those that be sown in it in their times. For like as a young child may not bring forth the things that belong to the aged, even so have I dispossessed the world which I created. And I asked and said, Seeing thou hast now given me the way, I will proceed to speak before thee. For our mother, of whom thou hast told me that she is young, draweth now nigh unto age. He answered me and said, Ask a woman that beareth children, and she shall tell thee. Say unto her, Wherefore are unto that whom thou hast brought forth like those that were before, but of less stature? And she shall answer thee, They that be born in the strength of youth are of one fashion, and they that are born in the time of age, when the womb faileth, are otherwise. Consider thou therefore how that ye are less of stature than those that were before you, and so are they that come after you less than ye, as the creatures which now begin to be old, and have passed over the strength of youth. Then said I, Yea, I beseech thee, if I have found favor in thy sight, show thy servant by whom thou visitest thy creature. Alright, I'm just take a short break to my mouth's all dry and shit. Okay. Oh man, it's all wet. I think I might actually go in. The babies are sleeping, so I think I could read in there without noise. Uh, the problem with the tent, and why there's water dripping in it, is that one of those things where I have to remember how dumb, I put the tent cover on upside down, so that was pretty stupid. Managed to get a mattress inside of the tent, and then I go ahead and put the cover on upside down, and then once I got it on, I did see that it was upside down, and I was too lazy to adjust it. So now some things have gotten soaked in. Whatever. It's Sabbath tomorrow, so I ain't gonna worry about it right now. Yeah, I think I'll add in there. We'll read in there. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. Okay, let's try that. I'm gonna put this phone in my pocket for a second. Oh. Oh shit. Dakota. Hey. Hi. I'm still on live. Oh, let me pause that on there. Still on live. Oh, pause that. I'm on chapter 5. The tablets. Oh, that's not a single tablet. That's really I miss sleeping in the woods. Huh? I miss being in the woods. All right, chapter 6. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightened, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid. Oh my goodness. Before the fair flowers were seen, powers were established before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, wherever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot. And ere the present years were sought out. Oh, it's all good. You want to read chapter 7? Where was I? Okay, I'm just going to go from verse 4. Wherever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, or the present years were sought out, or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure. Then did I consider these things, and they were all made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held the first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Esdras, asked thou not. I answered then and said, oh yeah, that bearest rule. If I have found favor in thy sight, I beseech thee, show thy servant the end of thy tokens, whereof thou showest me part of the last night. So he answered and said unto me, stand up upon thy feet, and hear a mighty sounding voice. And it shall be as it were a great motion, but the place where thou standest shall not be moved. I choked myself out. You alright? And therefore, when it speaketh, be not afraid, for the word is of the end, and the foundation of the earth is understood. Doing leg exercises. You got those band things. Oh. And why? Because the speech of these things trembleth and is moved, for it knoweth the end of these things must be changed. And it happened that when I heard it, I stood up upon my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, and the sound of it was like the sound of many waters. And it said, behold, the days come, and I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see altogether. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with the child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. That's crazy. Some of those evil prepper, like rich people that are all stocked up, all their shit's gonna be gone. Like, just sounds like it's just gonna be abruptly gone. Like, just disappear, like miraculously. Yeah. So when I was, you were watching me on live, and did you see when I was like, I'm gonna lay down? Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against the other, another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. This book's trippy. We should listen to this one like on at night sometimes. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overthrown, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. Sounds like maybe the time when the 11th hour harvest workers would rise up. I just accidentally scrolled out of my place there. Okay. And when he talked with me, behold, I looked by little and little upon him before whom I stood. And these words said he unto me, I am come to show thee the time of the night to come. If thou wilt pray yet more and fast 7 days again, I shall tell thee greater things by day than I have heard. For thy voice is heard before the Most High. For the Mighty hath seen thy righteous dealing. He hath seen also thy chastity, which thou hast had ever since thy youth. And therefore hath he sent me to show thee all these things, and to say unto thee, be of good comfort, and fear not, and hasten not with the times that are past to think vain things, that thou mayest not hasten from the latter times. And it came to pass after this that I wept again, and fasted 7 days in like matter, that I might fulfill the 3 weeks which he told me. And the 8th night was my heart vexed within me again, and I began to speak before the Most High. For my spirit was greatly set on fire, and my soul was in distress. And I said, O yeah, thou speakest from the beginning of the creation, even the first day, and saidst thus, let heaven and earth be made. And thy word was a perfect work. And then was the spirit, and darkness and silence were on every side. The sound of man's voice was not yet formed. Then commandest thou a fair light to come forth of thy treasures, that thy work might appear. Upon the 2nd day thou madest the spirit of the firmament, and commandest it to part asunder, and to make a division betwixt the waters, that the one part might go up, and the other remain beneath. Upon the 3rd day thou didst command the waters should be gathered in the 7th part of the earth. 6 parts hast thou dried up, and kept them to the intent of those, some being planted of and tilled might serve thee. For as soon as thy word went forth, the work was made. For immediately there was great and innumerable fruit, and many and diverse pleasures for the taste, and flowers of unchangeable color, and odors of wonderful smell. And this was done the 3rd day. Upon the 4th day thou commandest the sun should shine, and the moon give her light, and the stars should be in order, and gavest them a charge to do service unto man that was to be made. Upon the 5th day thou sentest unto the 7th part, where the waters were gathered, that it should bring forth living creatures, fowls, and fishes, and so it came to pass. For the dumb water and without life brought forth living things at the commandment of that all people might praise thy wondrous works. Then thou didst ordain two living creatures, the one thou callest Enoch, and the other Leviathan, and didst separate the one from the other. I think that's supposed to say behemoth. For the seventh part, namely, where the water was gathered together, might not hold them both. Unto Enoch thou gavest one part, which was dried up the third day, that he should dwell in the same part, wherein are 1,000 hills. But unto Leviathan thou gavest the seventh part, namely the moist, and hast kept him to be devoured of whom thou wilt. And when upon the sixth day thou gavest commandment unto the earth, that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things, and after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O yeah, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now behold, O yeah, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us, and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Oh shit. Okay. Did you want to read still? I can hold her. No. No? Just one chapter? Hold on, I'll see if it's like one of those long, like ones with a lot of names, or if it's decent, because I wanted to go get some water. It's like 70 verses long, but they're short verses. Okay. Thank you. You can read it slow too, because I'm trying to hear too. I just want to go get some water. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
I'll be right back.
Okay. That's it.
Huh?
That's the whole chapter.
Yeah, that's chapter.
Okay. Second Esdras chapter 7. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the night afore. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my God. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the waters, so small that there could be one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the dangers set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, It is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion. because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of pearls and very painful. The entrance of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immoral fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. Now therefore, why disquietest thou thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man? And why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal? Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? Then answered I and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the ungodly should perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer the straight things, and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. And he said unto me, There is no judge above God, and none that has understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of God that is set before them. For God has given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spoke against him, and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. And therefore Esdras, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen that now is withdrawn from the earth. And whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evil shall see my wonders. For my son Yeshua shall be revealed with those that be with him, and they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. After these years shall my son Yeshua die, and all men that have life, and the world shall be turned into the old silence 7 days, like as in the former judgment, so that no man shall remain. And after 7 days the world that yet awaketh not shall be raised up, and that shall die that is corrupt, and the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence, and the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed unto them. And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. But judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. And the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule. Then said I, Abraham prayed first for the Sodomites, and Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness, and Yeshua after him for Israel in the time of Achan, and Samuel and David for the destruction, and Solomon for them that should come to the sanctuary, and Elias for those that received rain, and for the dead, that he might live, and Zacchaeus for the people in the time of Sennacherib, and many for many. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, This present life is not the end, where much glory does abide, therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, and temperance is at an end, and fidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that has gotten the victory. I answered then and said, This is my first and last saying, that it had been better not to have given the earth unto Adam, or else when it was given him to have restrained him from sinning. For what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness, and after death to look for punishment? O thou Adam, what hast thou done? For thou it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee. For what profit is it unto us if there be promised us an immortal time, whereas we have done the works that bring death, and that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves being most wicked and are made vain, and that there are laid up for us dwellings of health and safety, whereas we have lived wickedly, and that the glory of the Most High is kept to defend them which have led a weary life, whereas we have walked in the most wicked ways of all. Huh?
Chapter 8. Oh, you're still in chapter 7. Did you want to read chapter 8 too?
Yeah.
Crash out soon.
And there they showed a paradise whose fruit endures forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it. For we have walked in unpleasant places, and that the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars, whereas our faces shall be blacker than darkness. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spoke unto the people while he lived, saying, Choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which have spoken unto them, that there should not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. I answered then and said, I know, Lord, that the Most High is called merciful, and that he has mercy upon them which are not yet come into the world, and upon those also that turn to his law, and that he is patient and long suffereth those that have sinned as his creatures, and that he is bountiful, for he is ready to give where it needeth, and that he is of great mercy, for he multiplieth more and more mercies to them that are present and that are past, and also to them which are to come. For if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world would not continue with them that inherit therein. And he pardoneth, for if he did not so of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, the 10,000th part of men should not remain living. And being judged, if he should not forgive them that are cured with his word, and put out of the multitudes of contentions, there should be very few left for adventure in an innumerable multitude.
We can tell you. Do you want me to read chapter 8?
Huh?
You want me to read chapter 8?
I don't know how long it is.
You read Crash?
Yeah.
You might have already finished chapter 7.
Yeah, I didn't read chapter 8.
What?
I haven't read chapter 8.
You Want me to read it?
I don't know where it went.
Here.
Oh, it's a really long chapter.
Did you finish 7 though?
Yeah.
Here. I'll read you. You look so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm
very
gonna
good.
skim through 7 quick. I'll read it again. I just not out loud. I'll read it. Skim 7 before I do 8.